Oh my god.
Save you some more. You're just shooting me.
Yeah,
he was. God.
Yoru was right.
He called it.
He called it. He's not too far off. It's not the Zissa, but
This goofy
still.
motherfucker. How is that gonna work though?
It even goes in space. They show it in space specifically.
That's so weird. And it's boosting? Like it's actually...
It has like thrusters in the soles of the feet, and that's about it.
Oh wow.
It also has...
Don't say what it is, but I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, sorry. I almost said what it was.
Punchy boy. That's interesting.
And look at that.
Oh, I like how it actually switches the weapons though. That's
what? Only bruh.
The counter too.
It only has 5.
That's so silly.
I'm gonna roll
that.
Oh, I got it!
You actually can't fall back. What do you mean fall back for now?
Oh no, I got it!
Okay.
Oh boy.
Baby suit.
Schuzrum Gallus. What's going on, everyone? Goose out of 13 here with the rundown for the latest suit on June 16th. Big boy, and by that I mean a very small, frail motherfucker. But it is the Schuzrum Gallus. Very interesting addition. Something that actually a friend of ours was joking was actually going to get in, and specifically in the way that it barely has any thrust or anything. And boy oh boy, he stuck the landing on that fucking prediction. So let's take a quick look at this thing. So for our weapon, we have the sawed-off shotgun specifically. This has so far just been a secondary weapon on some of the Code Fairy suits. Now we have it as a primary on a suit that is actually have 500 cost. The main weapon, as you would assume if you actually saw this thing in action in Unicorn, is the spike shields ×2. Not the craziest damage on it per se per hit in terms of just base power, but not the worst either. We also have the magnetic anchors, which normally it would use to maneuver around, but in this, of course, it's a heavy stagger. Cooldown time of 5 seconds and 2300 power. Definitely gonna be a little bit crucial, and from what I've seen, it actually comes out of like both ends, kind of like a chest magnet thing, because it's originally supposed to be doing it like fucking 3D maneuver gear essentially. Now, 2 things. First, let's go over the stats. So this is the 500 suit, 14k health, and its defense is rough. So all the way down to the thing, ballistic, beam, melee, all 16. Range strength is nothing. Melee strength is 50 right out of the gate, so not bad actually, especially for this cost. Movement speed is 160, top speed for high speed maneuverability is 225, but you know what? That doesn't fucking matter, because take a look at what the atrociousness of this thruster gauge, and you'll see why when we actually go into practice. But yeah, 5 thrusts, just enough to scoot itself or to roll. Turning speed is 78, so pretty good reaction time on that. Close range, medium range, and long range are 19.7 and 10 for the part slots going down the line. This, of course, thankfully has 3 priority, and for whatever reason has compatibility in space, even though technically it shouldn't. We'll get into that as well. But yeah, kind of goofy. Can go on both ground and space. Alright, now running down the skills here, we got Assault Booster level 3, High Performance Balancer level 1, High Spec Ambac level 2, Melee Combo Controller level 3, Shield Break Stance Mastery level 1, Close Combat Program level 1, Pursuit Melee Auxiliary Program level 1, Leg Shock Absorber level 3, Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1, and Emergency Evasion System level 1. So the Pursuit Melee Auxiliary Program, I'm pretty sure this is new, and it increases melee weapon damage against toppled enemies. So you knock them over, you go in for the follow-up, you're slapping the dog shit out of them for a little bit more, which, considering that the melee ×2 isn't even 2k per, kind of important. Definitely gonna want to try to follow up on some stuff when you had the chance. The other thing to keep in mind, and you'll see it when we go into the practice for a second, is that the spike shields are also instant knockdown regardless. So as they're falling, you're definitely going to be trying to follow up with the rest of your combo, especially because you have melee combo controller level 3. And I think this is the first suit to actually have this, so you have 4 hits. Whether or not you're just going to go for down swings, especially when you can't necessarily boost cancel all but once, you might want to think about just doing the extra swings, to be honest, and just taking advantage of the auxiliary program to make up for the damage bleed. Close combat program, thank goodness it has this, because as you can see, it doesn't have maneuver armor, it doesn't have damage control or any of that shit as a raid in 500. But it does have close combat program. Melee weapon is equipped, it increases mobility and reduces stagger when hit by ranged attacks. So technically you do have a little bit of resistance there, although at 500, once again, there's a lot of things that have consecutive stun. So normally, for example, you'd have the Zulu, a little bit higher, has this skill, but also has a fair amount of boost. So on top of the maneuverability, it's also getting a bunch of other resistances and all this other stuff. This does not have that. Very unfortunate. And I'm keeping it on its basic colors, because later on when we show you a match, we are going to show you something else, a little bit special. The other thing I actually wanted to look at before I forget and before we go into practice is the enhancement list, because the first upgrade on this is 3% to recovery time from thruster overheat. So your overheat time isn't that bad at base. You should probably, if you have enough space after you do everything else, maybe throw some extra overheat recovery on there. Enhanced heat shield structure. So thankfully it has shield mastery. Both of those shields do count. I don't know if an extra 100 is really going to do you much. Honestly, not really. If anything, you shouldn't even worry about the shields. You should worry more about your legs, especially with those resistance numbers. And then you get some melee modifier. I don't know why increased security is a thing out of all the things that you would try to steal, maybe just for the curiosity or novelty. And then +4 to melee modifier, because, you know, you need more when you're already halfway through the gauge, I guess. So yeah, very interesting entry. A lot of people have been calling it a bait entry, and I don't blame them, because it's definitely a fucking meme suit. It's a funny meme suit, but it's a meme suit nonetheless. Anyway, let's take this into free practice and check it out real quick against some things that are at its cost. Alrighty. So, as you can see, my reflex is the fucking boost, and it immediately just runs out the second you do like a single hop. So not great. Shotgun is indeed a shotgun. That's not too bad in terms of actual like damage output and stuff. So you can pretty much just do a really disjointed Dempsey roll. Just neutral side, bam, 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 and then you're taking out pretty much the entirety of a support. That being said, I don't know if this has a hellacious multiplier for the actual...
Oh!
Damn it, I want to boost so bad. For the actual downswing itself. From what I could tell when I was doing some matches earlier, not really. Mostly because of that skill, they want you to follow up properly and just kind of get in there. The damage from the cable is still pretty nasty, and like, as you can see, you can do neutral into downswing and get pretty much the same result along with the cable itself. Because you're definitely, I mean, think about it. You have these guys coming at you, you're definitely going to be either sneezing at them, getting this just to make sure, because you got to make as much of that count as possible before you have to try to either cancel and disengage because you're probably being pursued by other things, or because you want to get one more downswing in maybe. This is a very wary suit because of the nature of how it runs. If you have a little bit more confidence, you might be able to, you know, stagger some of those out. Maybe just not worry about it as much. You know, you do get a little bit more extra speed when you're moving in and around here. You can't really see it because I'm in the way. Let me move myself for a second. But yeah, as you can see, you got a little bit of a speed up there. Yeah. In fact, I'll just be here for now. If you saw it in the video, and I'll probably put it in our vid too, just so that you can get a better idea. But as I was saying before, you can kind of tell why this has so little boost. It's literally just coming out of the ass and feet, because there's no pack on this, so there's barely any fuel. It is legit just for the AMBAC readjustments and stuff, because we had chain mines on our back. Those are specifically used for the counter animation of this suit. They had pretty decent reach on those. Of course, there can be a little bit of fuckery with you hitting people on the pullback. No problem with the connection on that. Pretty nasty. In general, though, this is a very haphazard suit. I wouldn't really recommend you running this for anything other than customs right out of the gate. I'm sure there are going to be a couple people that have some pretty hellacious games that just like push them up and they're like, yeah, look at this kill reel or something. People who are very used to being in low initiate raids are definitely going to be at home with this. Z Zulu pilots may think that they're gonna be a little bit crazy in this and may struggle in terms of just not having the boost to take advantage of that skill. You're literally using that skill to duck and bob and weave and stuff like you're a fucking boxer and just hoping that you don't get consecutive stunned on the way until you can either get into sneeze range or before somebody else stuns it and you follow it with a cable so that you can move in. The bigger thing that you are going to be a victim of in this suit, more often than not, is the cooldown time on the boost, and also your impulse to boost cancel, because that is going to severely limit your escape abilities. After you do that, you really have to make sure that when you do it, you already either have someone's ass for lunch, or that you're going to be able to at least get away enough between that extra hop or roll and whatever's left for your resistance on this. Hopefully your shields are up and haven't gotten blown out as well, so that you're at least taking a little less damage. Of course, the problem is that the profile on this makes it pretty easy to hit for its legs and stuff. You definitely want to put some leg parts on this thing, at least somewhat. I'm a little leery about what is really suggestible for a suit that's already kind of ridiculous, to be honest. In fact, I know it probably wasn't included in the animation, but I do wish this had a stern boss of some sort. An extra just normal stun on a suit like this when it's already kind of, you know, having to move around and stuff the way that it does would be really appreciated. Now that being said, and it's been noted in some of our custom matches that we did earlier today, the base movement of this is not bad. It's almost so fast that it's like, look when it's backing up. Look at this fucking thing. Oh my god, my feet. It's a shuffly motherfucker. The backup animation is very much akin to like a Sazabi when it's popped in its cycle frame mode, but that's just how it is at baseline. Especially when it's got these out. It's a little bit less egregious when it's in the shotgun, but then, you know what, it doesn't really matter. You're probably not worried about it in the middle of your fight. You're just trying to run for your fucking life after you maybe take out the support. The interesting thing here is that, as you saw even there, it has a lot of options because of that extra swing. If someone properly staggers it out, it could just kind of put itself in the middle of a fight and just slant the dog shit out of several people. That being said, you know, it's still susceptible to the obvious shit. It can still be countered. It can still be not necessarily out-prioritized outside of, like, heavy attacks. But, you know, other things at this cost have decent, maneuver armor kills and things like that. You're gonna get range punished a lot. One could say that that is indeed the life of a raid, but for this, it's just all the more accentuated by the fact that it has little to no maneuverability via boost. Now, there is something else I want to do real quick. Because somebody mentioned that they were fighting one of these in another match, and it actually had enough to not only boost, but to tackle and or roll. So I think some people just for laughs, we're putting a bunch of boost on this, and I want to see how much it would necessarily take to actually have that be a thing. So, decent amount of slidage for this. I'm gonna go 2 and see if that's even enough. I kind of doubt it. And then we'll just keep moving up from there. So for this, it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna still put that on there. Then we'll drop in. Alright. So, no, not even close. I kind of figured. So I think we're gonna skip 3. You know what? No, let's go down the line, right? I think it's still important to go down the line and kind of respect the process, right? So, yeah, let's do 3. Then we'll get back in there. Nope, still not. We're gonna do one more for 4, and then we're just gonna go full hog and just put as much shit on there as possible. I'm already kind of honestly expecting 4 to not be enough. The awkward thing is that the overtune part is not even relevant for this thing because it's a level 1, so like outside of maybe just having enough for that part, it's not really gonna do the job here. Oh, look at that. So at level 4 we actually have enough for 2. So you can... Now here's the thing, of course, this doesn't have force injectors, because they don't really expect you to be doing shit like that. But the important thing here is that not only do you have that, which by the way, because of force injectors, you're not going to be scooting or doing it, you're definitely going to have to hit roll on land. So like that, or once it comes back up. So here and then bam. So now at the level 4, you have enough to do the usual like boost counters or triangle counters depending, because a lot of people try to do it at an off angle and then come back in. So might be a little important to you. It kind of depends on what you're going to be doing with this in the first place, right? Because it's, like I said, it's a meme suit, but you can put just enough boost on this with that part in order to get at least a little bit more versatility. You actually get your boost counters back. You can actually boost and then roll real quick if you're careful. The bigger thing is that because of force injectors not being there and all that stuff, the roll is going to be a little bit delayed if you try to boost first and then do it, but as you can see, the tackle is pretty immediate. You're definitely not going to be doing it for damage unless you're really desperate, just because you don't have any, like, skills that pertain to that, but that's okay. It's pretty nice to actually at least have the confidence of assuming that you can at least have some sort of roll or something on deck, just in case. That being said, you might get read a lot, you might end up getting interrupted before you can do it. Maybe latency will be on your side, but at the same time, even if you're to do another boost, you're still not going to have a lot of resource to do much of anything else afterwards, so, you know, mind yourself. And, I guess keep it in mind. It's always better to have a little bit more than none at all. So now, let's do one more, and then this is gonna be the meme, the super meme. Right, so whatever other boosts we can put on this thing. The low mid parts makes it a little difficult. You can't really run the 3 like you saw there, unfortunately, but you can put a little bit more, and if you want to, you can also get some from our space frames here, which also in turn gives you a little bit of health. Like I said, you should probably put some leg on this as well, but you know, that is entirely up to you. Hold on a second. Do I really not have enough for... Oh, a short one for the extra frame. Damn, well, let's put legs on that. And the rest will be something stupid. Actually, no, that's dumb. I know it doesn't matter. This isn't even the build that I'm running. I wouldn't really say the build that I have is much better anyway, but you know, just whatever. Alright, so let's see what we get out of throwing all that on there. And of course, when you get complex expansion, you'll probably be able to get that other frame on there, or just replace those with the other level 3 part. So that'll be nice, I guess. Now with that, you actually have a little bit more. Of course, now you're kind of running like a low-cost suit because you don't have force injector. You do have balancer, but it's taking you a second, but you can get a couple in there. I would almost say that outside of just getting rid of maybe one of the space frames or whatever and trying to just get some leg on yourself, having that extra thrust, you might as well just do it and not even worry about boosting your melee unless you have some space left, because having that extra versatility, especially if your average player isn't really expecting it, can actually be to your advantage. Look at me, listen to me talking like I'm some sort of like MLG GBO2 player or some shit. Jesus Christ. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really see this thing lasting too long in terms of people, you know, fucking around with it and raid it, unless they just like super commit themselves to this. It's one of their favorite suits from like Unicorn's like debut or whatever. In fact, I'd be very surprised to even see this in clans, even though it is at the relevant cost. But you will see, and the fact that it actually has space compatibility as well makes me feel like there's gonna be at least some people, maybe even some on Thursday. I was gonna say technically it's already Thursday as of the recording of this video. I was gonna say tomorrow, but no, that's not quite right. Just because there's probably gonna be one at that cost. Some of the typical not raids, but supports at that cost, they are a little zippy, but you know, this has the tools. The no fun gun into some cables and just slapping the dog shit on them. The second you boop them with this, they immediately get knocked over. Like, someone's gonna try it, especially because they'll have a little less boost to use potentially, on top of maybe having some boost parts or whatever. But overall, definitely a meme choice. Kind of a bait banner before what's essentially going to be anniversary. I ended up getting this on my alt account, so I'm going to probably just sit on the tokens on my main account, and then we'll see what happens with that. But definitely, overall, this suit is one of those suits where I'm like, you know what? I'm happy it's in the game. I'm glad that they didn't just glance over this like that's stupid. They're like, no. Let's have a fun one in here. Let's just throw this around. Actually a little surprised at some of the damage that that's doing. Okay, you know what? Maybe not so much anymore. That might have just been me collectively slapping the shit out of it. I thought it was actually a little bit grosser than that. Like, it genuinely has enough to just, like, do a boost on land and still have... That's actually not bad. It's just very unfortunate that you have to lean so much on that fucking melee weapon skill for your resistance still. But, you know, what can you do? It is what it is. It's supposed to be a really weird, super specialized, like, goofball suit, so... It fits the bill in that regard. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up the general evaluation of this thing right now. So, overall, like I said, kind of goofy, little neat. Get it if it's something that you like just for the novelty, but in general, just keep in mind that anniversary is around the corner. You might even just get this while you're spinning for whatever really good unicorn suits are definitely going to be coming out for that. So, a fun addition, not necessary though. And now we are going to be moving it on to the next segment, where we're going to probably show off some footage from maybe a match or maybe just the entire match itself. I haven't quite decided yet, but you will find out along with me right now.
Look, I'm gonna say it. If you like playing Isaac, that's fine. At this point, I don't care. But if you're gonna go to rate it and walk in and not switch, then what do I do?
Way to go, ruining the surprise, Mareki. I'm gonna beat you up. Beat him up.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm sorry about that.
Spoilies.
You already know that I fucking hate this suit.
But.
This
Okay,
is
I'm sorry.
custom.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But you're
I'm
still
not
doing
even,
it.
No, I'm not talking about you playing it in custom. I'm talking about other people.
I have a friend. Yeah, support
I don't even
friend.
know how long this is.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, he got smacked.
Just a big old. You're like,
I'm gonna fucking fight you.
sorry.
I'm gonna fight you. Ow! Shooting me. Oh, I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna swing my sword.
Who's in the water trying to be all sneaky?
That's
I
probably
got
not
smacked by
me.
a sneaky man. Oh no! I'm being punched.
no. No, don't do it to me.
Oh, who's not?
Oh, I can't save you. Hold on.
Oh no! Run, noob zombie! He's coming for you.
Can't save you.
Oh, you got it.
I sneezed.
Oh, what hit me?
Alright, we'll do that simulator battle after this match, by the way.
Pick where and how your sword should
Hit my shot.
been knocked out.
Oh, what hit me?
Grenade.
I smacked.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Who shot me in the back?
There's a Night Seeker behind us.
That's not me.
I lost him.
I have no stun.
Whoever shot me in the back, it was an enemy. You're on my shit list. I may anchor you. Is it an anchor? Pretty sure. No, it's an anchor. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, mine's an anchor.
Oh, got me.
There's one down there. Oh, boy. What is it, though? Hell no. Fuck out of here. This man trying to downswing. Supports. So many ponchos.
You take this into raid and boost up. There
Hell
you
no.
Oh yeah, there's Arctic
There
right
you-
now.
Better give me money for that one.
There you. Yeah, look at
Dude.
that damage. That down
Hey, you, my bad.
disgusting.
I really wish this thing had the normal fading, honestly.
It'd be too strong.
That'd be a
Other
good.
things that are really strong in this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it would help with the creep for that one. There were some people that were going hard on it recently, and then that went away pretty quickly, unfortunately.
Stuff that, like, just needs a nerf.
Oh, the eyeballs back. Stinky
FaceTime.
eyeball.
Smack!
Oh, you smack me, stop that.
Come here!
It's literally just a melee check, like, you bastard. No. No.
Stop the, like,
No.
stop the move.
Oh, the eyeball.
Come here.
You've taken some serious.
No, stop it.
This isn't looking good.
And that's all I can do, because I can't boost anymore.
Destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh, there was that.
Tackle is...
Oh no! What's behind us?
Guys, help, please. There's 3 people behind us.
Sorry. Oh, it clashed. God damn it.
Is that Asian?
I
That
can't
is
see
Asian.
anything.
Strax get him, I believe.
Fuck, I hate it.
Torres beat him up. Oh, hello.
Can I dock his shot?
No.
Nah, I'm never playing this dude ever again.
Not allowed. Not
Oh,
allowed.
they need to give it the regular fading. Man.
Let me up. Oh, I don't want to. I can't boost because I don't want to use it.
Oh, I got smacked in
Boy
the
is
back.
even, like, worth it because it takes away the extra melee, which is kind of, that's the thing. That is the same thing with the regular knife.
Oh, no attack, no counter.
It's not good, but that extra melee.
Damn,
The cumulative of it all.
I'm being
Oh,
mixed.
this is bad.
This is pain.
Serious damage.
Oh, why am I alive? I should not be alive.
Oh, it's too short. No. Oh.
Oh my god! Who stole me from my glory? We're in the other field!
You know what I do as a general?
He's doing the memes.
Oh, it's crux.
My life
No wonder I can't do
purpose
anything.
is denied. I must commit plastic bag net now.
Oh no.
God
He's
damn
been
it.
deprived. I need to shorten the distance here. Asian, if you stop docking over. Get out. Sir.
Keep Daka. Intensify.
Intensify!
Oh my god, I am getting shot everywhere. Okay.
Oh god. Oh, of course.
Oh my god, leave me alone!
Oh no.
Why am
Oh,
I
my
in the
face.
Oh, this is a problem.
Supporting fires.
Shotgun, no!
Oh, he rolled out of it. Fuck. No, I hit my butt.
Sorry.
Oh, he's sorry, get him.
I can't get him! Who's beside us? Get out of here. Why do I do no damage with that hit?
Oh, you got slapped.
With that full charge shot?
Ally has destroyed
I am
an
dead.
enemy mobile suit.
Oh,
Long-range supporting fires.
Oh god, 5.
Oh, you wish you didn't come in to help me.
Ugh, that's
I didn't even come in to help you. I just tried to move to the left and then I got shot.
5.
Good luck.
5 back up.
Ally has
Come
destroyed
this way.
What the fuck?
I can't reach you very fast, unfortunately. 'cause
No,
I have
get
no
away from
boost.
me! I don't want to be punched by a little back kid!
I don't know what this barrel is up to because he's doing weird shit.
Yeah, man. Fight
Oh.
me, melee. Fuck you.
Oh god, no.
Back you. Yeah. Oh.
I'm on
Hey,
my
man.
body, no!
Stop doing Night Seeker stuff. Fight me like a man. Oh.
Oh no, I got cable by something. Oh, no.
damage.
No bully.
Oh my god, that, what?
That's
I feel
stinky.
no melee damage also, by the way. That thing.
Face Seeker too strong.
I think I even have a melee
Sorry.
part on it. That
You knocked me
like
down.
all of its defenses are in the teens at baseline.
Supporting fire's been set up.
Oh, someone's moving in.
The hot zone.
We need to bully this man.
I'm moving in. I'm the raid now.
Oh
Ally
no!
has destroyed an enemy
I didn't even see notification or anything.
supporting fire.
Oh no! We're all about to get bullied.
Oh come on, no, you got him. Nice.
Iframes didn't save me.
My boost is non-existent, you bitch. How dare you get
Yeah. See, I'm right in front of you. Domination, bitch. No.
my sneeze wasn't fast enough.
Man, this map's so
Yeah,
bad.
uno mas.
I got one more in me and then I'm
Uno mas.
Yeah, I looked at your stream at the last second and I just saw my grenade and a bazooka
Woo!
at the top and a bazooka just hit him at the exact same time.
Untanked level 3 mass production type. Yay.
Oh yeah, this is a PSA to say go watch Villain's Island. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the end of it.
Alright, I need to find out
Oh,
where to
the
watch.
end of it?
So yeah, that was the Schuzrum Gallus. Overall, wouldn't mind taking it out again. It's definitely going to be a favorite probably for customs, maybe some other goofery, and a few very dedicated people that try to take it into rated or quicks or whatever. Glad that it's in. Wouldn't really recommend spinning on it unless it's just a novel thing for you, especially with the anniversary around the corner like I said before. But, you know what? I'm glad I at least got something. It's been a little bit. Another drought has happened for us getting suits. But hopefully we'll see you again in the next one soon for our suit impressions. And until then, I hope you guys have a good one. And I'll talk to you all next time.